What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the Cubcast, our now daily news section we are running, exploring all the latest information and updates surrounding international music. We're based here in the UK, but we like to cover Afrobeats, Amapiano, reggae, dancehall, and everything in between. And we have got a very exciting section on the way today because it's Tuesday morning, which means, of course, it is time for the Billboard review. The chart has literally just updated. A couple of very interesting things to discuss this week, and I cannot wait to get into it. But as always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. We try to update these each and every week. We've run every single week since it's begun. I think we might be on week 25 at this point of the chart existing, so it's exciting, and I'm very excited to see what goes on. Without further ado then, let's jump right into this. We are in association with the Music Whisperer, which you can see there. It's a very useful Instagram channel that keeps you up to date with all the latest Afrobeats news, so do go and give it a follow. But yes, as I said, without further ado, we're going to jump right into the chart. As we see at the bottom, Spinel and ASAKE make a return, a re-entry into 50th. Very interesting indeed. At one point, that was in number 6, bear in mind. Now, that is clearly off the back of the success of the ASAKE album. Clearly, that's one of the reasons why we're going to see probably a few extra ASAKE tunes in here this week, I presume. I think next week will be the boom, as it did actually land on last Thursday, but I think this is going to be a project which actually drops properly into the charts next week. So I think we may see a couple of them because it landed a day early, but I think we'll see a lot of ASAKE tunes joining this next week. For now, though, in 49th, we see Omar Lay moving up one position with Understand to 49th, and we see a re-entry for Wizkid and Burna Boy's Ginger, that moving up to number 48. Very interesting indeed. We also see Soundgasm from Rema dropping down one position to 47th, and Crazy Tings from Thames moves up 3 positions to 46th. Very interesting indeed. Alongside this, different size, Burna Boy featuring Victony down 3 positions to 45th, and we also see Trinidad Cardona alongside Robinson with Love Me Back, Firebeat moving up 1 position to 44th. Lots of movement going on in this bottom section here. We also see Emiliana being the only track which doesn't budge, that stays in 43rd position. Fall from Davido moves up 5 to 42nd, and we also see a brand new entry from ASAKE to kick us off. This one, Dull, off the brand new Mr. Money with the Vibe project. Again, this is one of the more unorthodox tracks on that project, but it's a very interesting one nonetheless. Very exciting to see this one debuting at number 41 on the Billboard charts. I think 5 days after it's been released. Crazy stuff from ASAKE, continuing to absolutely push the boundaries that we love to see. We then see Peace from Mobad making its debut, a brand new entry from Mobad. Really cool to see. That one moving up to 40th as an introduction. We also see Limo Blaze alongside Lecrae and Hapix with Jira, My Provider remix. That one a re-entry at number 39. Thames with Ice-T moves up 2 positions to 38th. We see Burna Boy featuring Popcorn with Tony and Singh. Again, probably one of my favourite tracks off Love Domini. That one moving down 1 position to 37th, as we see Common Person jump back up to 36th from 41st last week. Alongside this, the Mavins alongside Crayon, of course, Ayra Starr, Magix, Boy Spice, and obviously featuring Ladapo and Don Jazzy as well. I don't know why this still hasn't been updated on here. That moving up to 35th position, and we see Fireboy DML with Playboy sitting very comfortably in 34th position. That one moving up 5 places. We see a dip for Benson. Ken Kelly alongside One Day Cole moving down 11 places. A big drop. That's the biggest drop we've seen so far this week. Down to 33rd from 22nd last week. We also see Attention from Omar Lay and Justin Bieber. Remember, that one was up at number 4 at one point, actually moving up another 2 positions to 32nd as that one continues to surf around the charts. Very interesting stuff indeed. We also see The Key from Thames moving up 1 position to 31st as she continues to have a real level of dominance on this chart alongside Burna Boy. Those two between them, I think, hold the majority of the tracks in this chart, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it that way. But there we go. Moving up, we see another new entry from ASAKE with Organize. That one coming in as a new entry in 30th. We have done a reaction video to this one, so do make sure you check it out on the channel. I absolutely love Organize. I think it's a wicked tune that really summarizes a lot of what ASAKE's sound is all about. We also see Benson featuring Wizkid with Many Ways. That one dropping down 10 positions again. A couple of big drops for Benson this week. We also see Taiki with NY Pence Plus. That one moving up a big jump on that one. I think up 16 places to 28th. That's the biggest jump we've seen so far. We also see Camido featuring Phantom jumping up 2 places with Sugarcane to 27th. And we also see Ruger from Girlfriend jumping up another 5 positions to 26th. It was in 31st last week. Very interesting stuff indeed. Lots of movement this week. Loads of things going up and down. It's great to see how competitive this chart is now becoming. Omar Lay with I'm a Mess in 25th, up 10 positions again from 35th last week. And we also see Replay from Thames moving up 2 positions to 24th. On the low from Burna Boy, I think the oldest track in this chart at the moment, is in 23rd position this week, moving up 4 places from 27th last week. And we also see Benson in My Mind dropping another 5. Big drops for Benson this week. His EP was the heavily featured track, the heavily featured EP last week. But again, tracks always tend to drop down after the first couple of weeks, so there we go. Moving forward, we see a solid Burna Boy featuring Kalani and Blast moving up 2 positions to 21st. Now we're getting into the top 20. This is where it gets very interesting indeed. As we do jump up again, we see Call of Duty from Zena Leesky actually dropping down 7 positions from 13th to 20th. I don't know if anyone else has been getting the mad adverts for this tune. I've been getting so many adverts for it. Clearly, they're doing targeting ads very, very well. We also see Rover from Simba featuring DTG actually jumping back up to 19th position. This is an interesting one because it came out so long ago, but it's still absolutely caning the charts, which is great to see. 9 weeks in a row on that one. We also see Damages from Thames moving up 2 positions to 18th, sung by the Official remix. Again, this is a track that is featured on the brand new Mr. Money with the Vibe album, so that's great to see. That one is up to 17th from 26th last week. Peace Be Unto You, another track off that project, again jumping up the charts. That one moving into 16th from 24th, so we see 2 big jumps for ASAKE there, back into that top 20 position. We see a Yay from Burna Boy moving up 3 positions to 15th, and Electricity, Feels and Davido moving up from 15th to 14th. Good stuff indeed. Thames featuring Brent Fayaz with Found. That one is a tune that has been in and around this top section for so long. That's now in 13th. Master KG featuring Burna Boy and Nomsido Zakode with Jerusalema moving up another 4 positions into 12th. Could we see this tune actually make its way into the top 10? It would be crazy if we did see that. It'd be a really exciting thing to see as well. Feels and Buju with Finesse. Again, a tune I absolutely love, and a tune that I love that has sustained. I love the fact it's sustained this high level the entire way through. That is up to 11th from 12th last week. We may see that one re-enter the top 10. As we do look at the top 10, we see It's Plenty from Burna Boy. Basically making that top position. Very interesting indeed. That one was in 11th last week. It continues to climb into the top section. Again, this is a tune that a lot of people have spoken about being their favourite track on Love Domini. Understandable then, as it keeps continuing to rise. Apologies about the adverts on this page as well. There's not really much I can do, and it's bugging a fair bit today. We then see Terminator making its way into 9th position. It was in 10th last week, and it jumps back up to 9th again following the launch of the project. I think, realistically, next week we're going to see a lot more ASAKE tunes making their way into this chart. I think we're starting to see the effects of the album launch, but next week will be the big week, and we're only seeing that this week because it dropped on the Thursday morning rather than the Friday morning. That's what I honestly think. Moving forward then into 8th position, we do see Higher from Thames again jumping up. That one moving up from 9th to 8th, another jump up for Thames, and we then see For My Hand, Burna Boy featuring Ed Sheeran moving up another position, 8th to 7th. The fact that we're seeing everything jump up says to me we may well have a new number 1. We then see Colosa moving up to number 6. This is what we love to see. Oxlade with Colosa. I believe his only track that is in this chart. It's the only one that's entered in there, but it's currently at number 6. Bear in mind, this was a Colours session that came out earlier this year. It's only been in the charts for 8 weeks, and it's already back up to number 6. We love to see it. Again, for me, this is my favourite track of the year so far. I think I absolutely love it, and I think it's the press campaign this is having with everyone doing the mimics of it on Instagram. I absolutely love to see it. It's great. Moving up then into number 5, we do see Peru, Fireboy DML and Ed Sheeran moving up from 6th to 5th place. We're seeing a lot of tracks move up 1 place here. We then see Love Nwantiti moving up from 5th to 4th. Again, that one making its way back into the top 4. Again, 25 weeks in a row in the chart. Look at the amount of stats we're seeing here on the right hand side. 25 weeks. We then see Essence back into 3rd place. It was in 4th place last week, which is the lowest I think it's ever dipped. Back into 3rd place. The consistency is crazy. Again, 25 weeks in the chart. It's been number 1 once. It's been number 2 a couple of weeks, and it's been 3rd pretty much the rest of the time, bar 1 week. Incredible feat from that tune. We then see Free Mind from Thames move up to number 2, which is very interesting because it means we either have Last or last week's number 1 of the Calm Down remix, Rema and Selena Gomez in number 1. Which one is going to be number 1? Because only one of them can be number 1, which is very interesting. And it is Last again, back up to the number 1 position. It continues its run. with the most number ones in this chart, but that's very confusing because it means Calm Down, the remix featuring Selena Gomez, which has done incredible numbers. It's, I think, the quickest Afrobeats track on YouTube to hit 1 million. I think it's the most viewed in a day. Is no longer in these charts, which is crazy. I don't really understand why that's happened. Maybe there's some sort of back-end stuff going on in regards to the sort of re-entering of it, re-entering it as a tune as rather than a remix, or re-entering it rather than the original Calm Down, because the original Calm Down's gone as well. So that says to me that maybe it's been taken out and it's going to be pushed back in next week with a new kind of data tag perhaps. But very interesting indeed. We do see Last make its way back to the top. Interesting bits. Colosa moving back up to number 6 in this chart, and then we see that typical 5 that has been there for so long. Alongside this, we also see Terminator from ASAKE making its way back into the top 10. We see a number of ASAKE tracks making their way back into that top 20 as well. New entries for ASAKE with Organize, and also a new entry with Dull as well. Peace from Mobad entering in at 40th. And we also see Limbo Blaze alongside Lecrae and Happy with Jire. That one, My Provider, the official remix, re-entering at number 39. We also see Palazzo, Spinel and ASAKE re-entering at number 50. And we also see Ginger, Wizkid and Burna Boy re-entering at number 48. So there we go. That is it for this week's Billboard review. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do we think's happening with the Calm Down remix? I don't know. Do we think we're going to see a lot more ASAKE tunes landing next week? It normally takes 2 weeks for tracks to cycle around the world and end up in this chart. So I think that's what's going to happen next week. I think we could well see an ASAKE number 1 next week. I think that could be a possibility. But there we go. As always, friends, make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cam TV. Stay locked.